What's up, everybody? Big Herc getting down fresh out, and you tune into another edition of one of our interviews. I hope if you're watching, you hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on what we're bringing to you guys. I have with me here Bud John Phineas, who has a hell of a story to tell. He did 15 years. This man spent a lot of his time on a level 4, and he's out here now doing some positive things. So I want to kind of have him get some backstory on where he's from and how he grew up.
Thank you. I'm from Wilmington, California. It's predominantly Mexican American, African American, Samoan and Italian. You know, I picked up Spanish, learned how to rap. It was the '90s, man. It was something that was a really good thing. That, we all got to come up together. But, football, quarterback, DN.
Oh, so you were as athletic growing up?
Yeah, man. We had a really good time.
Was there a point where you kind of got sidetracked from just, the sports activities and things like that kind of got you in the mix?
Man, I was still playing, and that's when I got locked up.
Oh, so you were actually playing sports, huh?
That's what I do, man. But a little older now.
Yeah.
But now I'm acting, so it's good. But yeah, sports, my whole life.
So what was the incident that led to you actually getting locked up?
So when I got arrested, the cops hit me with 4 assault with deadly weapons. It was bullshit. I got a lawyer, and the first time I went to prelim, beat it. Well, they didn't like that, so what they did is they refiled 6 months later. But then every single case, now they put murder. Now they put in all the other cases that were assault with deadly weapons, they went attempted murder, attempted murder, attempted murder. And then another assault with deadly weapon, terrorist threats. So then, they give me a $5 million bail. They're like, you're not going to beat us this time. So they put me in there and fought it for 3 years. They offered me 25. They offered me 20. They offered me 15. I don't want to take any of that. My mom, I was a kid, so my mom, she advised me to take it. She said, we'll be here for you. And, like I said, I lost her 10 years in, so it was rough once I took it, but that was my max to begin with. My max would have been 15 years with just the assaults. I beat them, and when they refiled, the end of it was 15 years, so that's what I got sentenced to. And
having that experience with the judicial system and, having seen what you went through, did it, looking back now, did it seem like this was a revolving door? Because you see people come in there who have, no finance, who just, have got these trumped up charges, and they're basically kind of bullied into taking a charge. And then you got guys who have money who just come in and they can kind of walk out. Because I know it's all about who you know as far as your connections with attorneys and, different people. And the prosecutor, it's all a numbers game.
Yeah. My family, they got a loan on the house, and they put everything for the lawyer. Yeah. That's how they get you every which way.
Financial.
Yeah, everyone got together and put it in, but kids, even I'm telling you, 15-year-old kids, they don't stand a chance because they're just a number. They get arrested, and their parents, they can't go, and they don't have a house, and their parents are still young, whatever it is, that they can't get it. And if you can't find some way to bring it all together, they're gonna wash you up. Like they're giving kids 20 years for cell phones, and giving another, a straight soccer star for the whole nation. They're giving him life. Someone got smoked. He didn't say anything. Conspiracy at 15, and he just won nationals. Omar Rigo Ramirez, he just won nationals. He was an MVP there. they washed him up. But, some other kid, that, raped somebody, his father has a connection. He'll get 6 months so he can have a bright future in swimming.
The guy Stanford guy didn't do no time, and he admitted it.
That's just how it works.
Yeah, it's a sad reality of our system, man. It's money and connections, man.
Yeah.
As you after you went through the process and got sentenced and everything, what happened following that? I know they take you to reception in the state. I mean.
Yeah. Well, you go to reception. You stay there a few weeks, few months, and then they send you out. They sent me to Salinas and right to the 4-yard. Actually, I'm telling you, I had 50 points. No, 52. And it was
your first offense?
Yeah, man. I was a little kid, man. I had 52 points, and they put me there, and they said, give them 6 months clean. Never happened, bro.
Yeah.
Never happened. It's not just going crazy. It's, protesting.
Yeah.
Protesting, cell extractions, not giving, fighting everything all the way. The thing is, they send you up there, they put you in this environment, you're a little kid. You have to learn, because one thing you never want to do in prison is guess. Because if you're sitting there guessing, your time's probably up. And you go through reception, and they put me in Salinas, and every shoe I caught, everything, they just recycled me. Put me in the hole, a year and a half, you'll fight it. Even when you win, you still got to fight it back there. Even when you beat it 602, they still just, they do everything to stop you.
Was it, being in the state, I know it's a lot more political. I did my time in the feds, and, you were able to interact with a lot of different people, but I know in the state, it's not like that. I mean, was it pretty crazy when you looked at just how segregated everything was and how racial?
Well, that's the thing, everybody's kids in there at one point, right? And all the OGs, all the people that have any knowledge, they threw them in the shoe. They put them in there, some are in there 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. So if you have a bunch of kids that don't know and don't have the guidance for everything to be together, then it's really hard for, especially when everybody's like Lord of the Flies. Everybody's the most dominant. Everybody's the hardest. Everybody's the G. You know what I mean? It's my shit, my shit, my shit, my shit. Can't nobody fuck with me. And that's in every single person's head. So all these active-ass kids with no guidance. You have to have guidance. You have to have a kid that has potential, or else, because just sitting there, you'll rust up. But you have to be guided by that experience in order to know what's right. And that's when they let all these guys out. When the Short Corridor Committee got all these guys out the shoe, right? Peace treaty. Everybody's getting along. Everybody's playing basketball together. Everybody's mingling. Everything is going right. And to stop that, throw out all the SMYs. And now it's a circus. And now it's exactly what they want.
Yeah, this guy told on him, take care of him, blah, 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 create the whole drama again.
You have these guys coming from SNY yards that are, they're just people, and they have emotions, and they're probably like, I'm going to get mine back. And they come out here trying to kill people, and when they try to kill people, the mainliner is written up as the aggressor. And when they do that, it looks like what their main objective is this, okay? Everyone mainline, maybe like a shoe or something, and everyone SNY, the new mainline. Because these people fight back. Everyone that's ever fought back, they isolate them. They put them away. You enemies of the state, radicals, everything you can think of. But in the South, there's a giant rebel statue of a complete country that rebelled against us. And they still practice the Jim Crow laws today. They still arrest whoever they want. You want to know what a gangster is? Look, when people think of a gangster, you know, like, what's up, man? What are you looking at? Right? What's up? Oh, you want to fight? Oh, you going to fight me? We're all going to jump your ass. Oh, you want to shoot? Oh. Then, you know what I mean? After they do that, they call it in and blame you.
Yeah. Flip the script.
That's what people see as a gangster, but you don't realize the ones that are in power. I mean, who has that kind of power that they can shoot you and then say,
yeah, you're the
it
aggressor.
was you.
Yeah.
You attacked me. Why? Because I'm in power. And what I say goes.
What were some of the things you did while in prison to try to keep your mind right and to try to hold on to some sense of humanity so that when you got out, you could be productive?
Read. Definitely read. Book of Five Rings. Book of Five Rings, yes. By Musashi. It just opens your mind. It goes like this, look. With one thing, if you can learn how to do one thing, with this one thing, you can learn how to do 10 things. And with those 10 things, you can learn how to do 100 up to 1,000. And it just starts with doing one thing. But you have to focus on what you want. You can't sit there and think, this man is going to do my job for me. This man is going to raise me to be a better person. No, you have to do it yourself. You have to make choices yourself, and you have to be accountable for every single thing that you do. And that is the main thing about being a man, the accountability. If you're accountable for yourself and your own actions, then you're a man. But people, they try to use excuses. But you have to be yourself, no matter where you're at. You know, earth, wind, fire, water, and emptiness. That's Musashi. And the emptiness is who we are. Who we are. We're always who we are at the core. But like, you know, like I got into acting, right? And people say that acting is super hard, and it's really not. It's just like this. Look, the person that you are with your mother, the person you are at the gym, the person you are with the homies, with your girl, and you just act accordingly. It's not rocket science. And the thing is, especially being from the hood, having to learn the hard way everything, we can adapt to anything. Mm-hmm. Anything. You know,
you've already been acting.
Yeah.
You've been dealing with, you know, the police, the homies, your peers. You've been dealing with all this stuff your whole life. So it's just a matter of taking that and putting it on into a different social environment.
Yes.
So now that you're out and you have mentioned acting, what are some of the other things you're doing? Because I know you said acting is giving you an opportunity to express yourself and open up a lot of doors.
Yeah, well, we're doing for Kids in the Spotlight, for foster care. And we incorporate them in there. I played an officer. And that's a really proud achievement, as well as Options for All, where the kids themselves, they help direct, and I was a teacher in that one. It just, you know, it gives you hope, because you see these kids that are in these darkest times, and what they do is they actually see light. They say, hey, I can be a movie star. Why not? If this person over here can do it, why can't this kid from the ghetto do it? Mm-hmm. You know? It's about talent. And if you have that amount of talent, you can get in anywhere. You have to be able to make that difference. And here you are, here I am. And now we have a spotlight where we can share this, and where we can help people, and where we can teach people that you can believe in yourself. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter what you've been through. You know, these adversities and these circumstances within our life, they don't build your character. They reveal who we are. And who we are, you know, we're strong. You know, we're from the hood. It's not easy. You know, it's not easy. You know, you throw someone from, you know, mid-America in the middle of Los Angeles, and it takes adapting. Because here, we're all very culturally diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of other places, it's like, but see, that's the segregation.
So what are, as far as your future, man, is there anything you would like to share with the fans out there, or anything you have planned in the future that we can look forward to from you?
Yeah. Films for sure. Sick Boys Die Alone, The Butcher, Moretones. These are movies that we just shot. You know, go see Thumper if you haven't seen that. Pablo Schreiber. Yeah, they filmed that right in the hood, and that's how I got started. Dude named Jordan Ross filmed right there. This guy, he just seen me. He was like, "What's up, man? You want to get in here?" I was like, "Let's go."
Is there any actor in particular that you look up to as somebody who's a role model for you?
You know, I always liked, De Niro. Yeah, man. I like Pablo Schreiber. He gets intense, dude. Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
You know? Like the people that turn into other people. Like that. People that can just transform. Brando. I would probably say Brando. That's probably the one that is like...
What about Al Pacino?
Yeah, Al Pacino. You know, you can't say... You know, these guys are... Right? They're all in a whole different class. And... You know, Tom Hardy. You know, people... You know, and Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
People that really... You know, people that bring it. People that just go... You know, but besides that... You know, I got off topic right there.
No, it's cool. I was just asking if there's any actors you kind of like looked up to that kind of inspired you or that were role models for you, because you know when you get into acting or you get into sports, you always have somebody that kind of like is your centerpiece, like who you want to emulate.
Okay, you know what? It was probably maybe like Joaquin Phoenix, dude, because when I was in there and that Walk the Line came out, you know, and you think about it like when people think of Johnny Cash, most people just think of Joaquin Phoenix, you know, because of that movie. But
it's kind of funny you said that, because I know when I was in prison and I was at the kind of beginning of my bid, man, and I'm trying to deal with all the emotions and the fact that I got to do a decade. And I remember I got the book Hurricane, and I read that, and the Denzel movie came out, and I read the book. I'm like, damn, man, this dude did all this time, man, because he didn't want to admit that he committed this, and he finally was found innocent. And I'm like, man, I got to be strong. And that kind of like pushed me to stay focused on what I had to do to get out, and it gave me hope. But you know, a lot of people don't realize that if you don't have that hope, man, which a lot of people, when they strip that from you, when you know, experience some of the things that you experience in prison, you can't get that back. You know what I mean? It's hard to. It takes a piece of your humanity away, and so you know,
it's sad. It's true. There's a thing. It's called false hope. Is still hope. You know, like there's so many lifers that get through every day that maybe they might get out. You know, and there's a problem.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, because I've seen guys, you know, 50 years, 100, 200 years, and like they're still walking around like, man, one day I'm gonna get out. And I'm like thinking like, man, how do you cope with that? You know, I knew a dude who had 5 lives plus 100. You know, and he's going to a law library trying to figure a way out. You know, and he beat one of his cases, but they had stacked so many cases against him. He beat one, he still got 4 more to try to get off him. And man, it takes a certain mentality. These are strong people, man. You know, even though they've been convicted in the eyes of the public for certain things, I mean, the strength it takes to not want to go in there and just take your life, you know, to fight, keep fighting, you know, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So I commend you, man, for having been through that as a young person, man. 12 years on a level 4.
Yeah.
Keep your mind strong. Staying focused and getting out here now and having a family, man. That's a hell of an accomplishment, man.
That's what it is, man. My kids, and I just have my son, my daughter.
Yeah.
I have my wife. I have my dad. These are the things these are the false hopes.
Yeah.
That I never thought would even happen. But the thing is, I never let them beat me. No matter if I was sitting there shackled up in front of them it doesn't matter. I never gave in to the fact that it's over.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what you got to hold on to. I can totally relate, because I remember at times feeling like, man, I'm not gonna let them break me, man. I can't go out like this. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, hearing your story, I appreciate you sharing it with us. I'm sure we'll have a lot of comments and feedback from what you had to say. And man, thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you.
There you have it, Big Herc, another Fresh Out interview. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.